Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.isc.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
So I think that's really neat. Question from Alejandro about are we accessing or allowing access for this presentation? Of course. You could sign up www.ise.com/podcast to get all the presentations, or you can go to www.ise.com/archives, and you can go back and sort of view them on your computer or receive them streaming each and every week. So either way. I'm going to open it up to questions. Let's see if we have any other questions. I know Jason is gone. Here's a question from Norman about suggesting brokers. Well, you can imagine at the ISC we have, dozens and dozens of brokers. So I don't want to just, I really don't want to recommend one broker. Jason went through a couple of those brokers, but basically any broker that will accept your Google or IBM option, which is basically all the equity options brokers, will accept the ISE FX option. So those kind of brokers. They're out there. They're whether it's on your favorite website they're advertising, or you can just seek them out. They're all members of the ISE, so you can be able to access the ISE FX options. And not only that, we have tons of education. I write articles once a month or once every other month. What's going on in the industry in FX? In fact, we just released one called "The Upside of Exchange-Listed FX Options." So you can go to the FX website and check it out. Robert, unfortunately, continuation patterns. I'm really not the technical expert, Robert, but. So unfortunately, Jason's gone. But basically you're going to see you'll have that trend continue, and then you'll have sort of these flags and pennants, those kind of things. But if you really want a great book on, I think this book is about 80 years old. If you're interested in technical analysis, type in Edwards and McGee, Technical Trends, I believe it is, M-A-G-E. I think that's the way it is. And you'll be able to learn a lot about it. Again, the names of the companies are most of them are extinct now. But if you're interested in technical analysis, please seek out Edwards and McGee. That is really probably the number one textbook on technical analysis. Of course, there are other ones. Steve Nissan's going to be with us in a couple of weeks, and he's an expert on candlesticks. So if you're interested in candlesticks, candle charts, what have you, Steve Nissan will be with us in a couple weeks. Question from a couple people saying that they're outside the U.S. Alejandro says he's outside the U.S. Well, you have to find a broker that's there. I know, I'm pretty certain that brokers like Interactive Brokers are in many, many countries. Options Express is in many countries, so you can check those brokers out on there are other brokers that are multinational, so check them also. Adil wants to know why do U.S. brokers not take U.S. residents as clients. Again, it's always broker specific, so you got to check that out. Also, it could be SEC rules, so Adil, you got to sort of ask your broker why on these broker specific questions. Jerry wants to know about the widget. The widget is really just a really neat way that we created the 6 pairs. So we had the 6 pair values. They stream to your desktop each and every moment. So we just aggregate the information so you don't have to keep typing in, what is EUI doing? What is CDD doing? What is YUK doing? They're all right there. So if you go, and I gave you that website, www.ise.com/FX. Jerry, you'll be able to get that. Not only that, there's a link that will link that right to Live Vol, and you'll be able to see the quotes there. I'm going to give everybody another 30 seconds if you have any other questions. Otherwise, I do want to mention that we have on January 21st, we have Greg McDermott. Greg is a former floor trader, and he really knows his options. So he'll be talking about long-term trading trends using FX options. And on January 27th, Price Headley, most of you know Price. Price is really an expert on technical analysis, and he'll be talking about spotting major currency moves for FX options. So please stay tuned for those two guests. January 21st, Greg McDermott. January 27th, Price Headley. So I want to, again, thank all of you for coming. I want to wish you all a Happy New Year. This is our second webinar of the new year. We'll probably have hopefully one a week or just about one a week. So hopefully we'll do 40-something webinars this year. We'll bring you a lot of information, and hopefully you'll learn more and more so you feel comfortable about the product, and you can actually select your strategy and then actively manage your trades and hopefully profit. That's the goal here. But again, ISE, we're about transparency and we're about education. So if you have any questions, you can always just email me. My email is smeisinger@ise.com. So again, please check out that FX site. We keep adding more and more information to it. So www.ise.com/FX. Thank you so much for coming. And again, I hope that you're all back January 21st to listen to Greg McDermott. And Greg will give you some great insight on trading options with a longer-term view. Thanks so much. And on behalf of the International Securities Exchange, this is Steve Meisinger saying have a great trading day tomorrow. Thanks again for attending. Bye now.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts.